Hi sewing friends, we have a very special announcement. But first off, let's talk about some roadblocks that can happen when you start to sew, especially if you're a beginner. Often when we start to sew, we get a little caught up in trying to find all the right supplies, sourcing out the right fabric and the right interfacing and finding the right pattern and getting all of the necessary notions. It can be a little bit overwhelming. And oftentimes it can just completely stop us in our tracks from actually getting a start on our sew. Another roadblock to starting your sew happens when you cannot find great fabric. There's tons of places to shop online, and there's many places to source fabrics at your brick and mortar shops. But the choices can be so overwhelming, and it's hard to know what fabric matches with what pattern, and it can be hard to know whether or not the fabric that you're picking up and investing in is a good quality or not. Another obstacle to getting a great sew is finding a great pattern that works for you. There are so many choices out there, and being able to find a pattern that works with your style and your body and really understand what that's going to look like, it can be really hard. And a lot of people go through what's often called analysis paralysis. That means there's just too many choices, so you never even start. So what is Love Notions doing about this? We're offering a limited drop of custom sewing kits filled with everything you need to get a great sew, especially sourced and curated by Tammy. This video is all about what's inside a kit and why we are creating these special and very limited quantity collections. We only have a few available today that coordinate with today's Feature Friday pattern, the lyric dress and blouse. But depending on how people like these, we will likely put out more in the future. We're planning to do a drop of a batch or two throughout the month alongside each Feature Friday pattern. The kits will only be available on Feature Friday, and they will have all of the notions and fabric and pattern that you need to create that week's pattern. So let us know if you want one. This request for a custom kit has been repeated over and over so many times, and we're so happy to provide something to make your sewing experience even more enjoyable. Just an FYI that once they sell out for that week, they're gone. So if you see one that you like, make sure that you snatch it up. These kits have so many great items inside of them, and we cannot wait to share them with you. So let's take a look at what is in our first curated sewing kit, specially created for the lyric dress and blouse. First of all, let's talk about fabric. These kits have a specially sourced fabric that is a personal favorite of Tammy and mine. This fabric has two colorway options that are so ideal for this season and are so on trend. There is this beautiful gingham black and white tencel, and there is also a chambray color that I'll show you in just a second. These fabrics will go with anything and look good on every body. They're extremely on trend, but they're still classic. They're totally wearable no matter your age or your body shape. They will look fantastic on you. Each kit comes with 3 full yards of this high quality tencel. It is 100% tencel lyocell. It's 195 grams per square meter and 5.75 ounces per square yard. It's really a wide fabric, so you'll be able to get a lot of use out of it. And what I love about it is just the drape of this fabric is so fluid. It's light, but it's totally opaque. It is just a pleasure to wear and work with. It's definitely going to be a fabric that your machine plays nicely with. You will not get your machine eating these pieces of fabric, and it's all machine washable in your laundry. Both of these colorways would look great with the lyric dress, but you could also make a pair of allegros out of this. You could do a cadence dress. There's so many different sewing options that you could have as far as pattern. Another option that you can add to your custom sewing kit is a full A0 large format color print of the lyric dress and blouse pattern. This is actually what we use at the shop. We print all of our stuff out on large format. It just makes everything so easy. It's going to be in full color. It will have all sizes, all cups. It will have the full bust adjustment included. All of the pages that come with the lyric pattern will be on this printed out A0 large format copy shop print.
There is also the option to just have the custom kit come without this AO printed version as well. And how many times have you been stalled on a sewing project because you didn't have enough buttons? The Lyric dress calls for 18 buttons, and we've got them all here for you ready to go. Each kit will also contain a spool of Gutterman thread that will coordinate with the colorway that you chose. For today's custom sewing kit for the Lyric, you will also get a 1/4 yard of this incredible fusible interfacing. It's from Fashion Sewing Supply. This is way beyond your regular interfacing, and you will love using it. If you're curious about interfacing and more about how to use it in tips and tricks and all about the details, make sure that you check out today's blog post. One of the really fun details that we've added into these custom sewing kits is the handmade by Tammy bias tape. There'll be 1 yard of a 1/2 inch single fold bias tape that you'll need for finishing off your Lyric. Some handmade sew-on items, friction pen, seam ripper. We have lots and lots of different sewing notions that we'll put together inside of your kit to have a special little surprise. For now, we have decided to include shipping for anyone who lives in the continental United States. So we'll be sending all of this to you for just the price of the kit and no more. Be aware that if you don't already own the Lyric pattern and you want the digital version of the pattern, you will need to get that today. But it's going to be a special price at $5 for Feature Friday. So make sure to grab that digital version of the copy of the pattern today as a separate purchase from the kit. The kit will include, if you choose that option, the kit will include the A0 large format copy. So we hope that these kits will eliminate some of those roadblocks we all encounter with sewing. And make sure to jump on grabbing one of these very limited, really comprehensive and complete kits for yourself. We will be shipping them out within the week after the Feature Friday, so you can get sewing with everything you need as soon as possible. If you have any questions, please let us know. We're so excited about this new product, and we think that you will love it too. Happy sewing.